Hello and welcome to Big Fun Arts. I'm Laura Hilliger. In the summer of 2008, we bought this house, which was built in 1750 and is located in Dresden, Germany. Eckhart and I, and our really good friend Renee, we have spent an incredible amount of time building and unbuilding in preparation for the actual construction crews. One of the first projects we did on our own was building a flat roof over our workshop. Well, it's not completely flat. The roof slopes gently towards the yard to allow rainwater to drain. So we decided that we wanted to use some old glass which we had found as skylights. The old roof was just a bunch of metal sheets laying on top of wooden planks and being held in place by gigantic sandstones. So step one, tear down that old roof. Renee and Eckhart went to work with a crowbar and brute strength. They threw the metal sheets into a pile, then they laid the new wood over the old wood just to give us a place to walk. Once we had a stable place to walk, we began cutting, laying, and nailing down the new roof. Working from back to front, we nailed down 10 rows of boards as the back part of the roof. As the boys began measuring how wide our skylight needed to be so that the glass wouldn't fall through, I rolled out the first roll of roofing paper. I nailed down the edge using one roofing nail every 15 centimeters. We worked into the night, but we weren't able to finish in one day. It's a big roof. So the next day, we checked out our progress. We had left a space for the skylights, and we continued cutting, laying, and nailing down the rest of the boards. The last row required that we saw a 2x4 lengthwise, so Renee measured twice to ensure that he would only have to cut one time. With all the boards nailed down, it was time to put in our skylights. First, we laid the glass over the opening on the roof with T-profiles between each of the panes of glass. Then, we rolled out roofing paper on the underside of where the glass would go. Remember, our roof slopes gently towards the yard, so the water needs to be able to get from the top of the roof to the bottom of the roof, which means it's going to roll over the glass, and it can't drip through. While the boys laid the glass in the right place, I started putting tar over the nails in the roofing paper. The tar ensures that water can't come through the holes that the nails have made. Meanwhile, Eckhart and Renee had screwed down clamps to hold the windows into place. Next, tar was spread on the T-profiles, and they were placed between each pane of glass. So the spaces between each sheet of glass would be watertight. Then it was time to make the rest of the glass edges watertight. We used tar for this part too. Each edge was carefully smeared and re-smeared with tar to make it as watertight as possible. I thought it was really fun. Tar was also spread on top of the T-profiles, but for this part we used a tar sealant. This comes in a tube and it's just better for precision work. As Renee and I spread tar, Eckhart rolled out and nailed down the rest of the roofing paper. The last step was to make sure that everything would be watertight by smearing tar on all the places roofing paper overlapped and on all the places where nails were. Now, our workshop has lots of light, a waterproof roof, and we saved tons of money doing it the Big Fun way, by ourselves.